What's up there, YouTube? My name's Dan from Productions Extra, and today we're back with another What If. This is What If Gohan saved the present slash future, part 3. And I know this series isn't doing very well on my channel, but I like writing it, so I may as well keep uploading it. I'm just going to jump straight into this. At the end of the 4 years, Gohan is at Bulma's birthday party with his year-old daughter Pan. Over the past 11 years, Gohan has trained and listened to Vegeta about the mad ramblings. During their training of when he was on Planet Vegeta, he even told him about Beerus the Destroyer. So when Beerus the Destroyer shows up, both Gohan and Vegeta make sure he's well taken care of. The party pretty much goes off without a hitch, or should I say boo. And the whole Super Saiyan God thing is talked about. But Gohan has an idea. He asks Shenron. Shenron tells them, but Gohan apologizes to Beerus, saying they only have 5 Saiyans in total, so it will probably fail, unless they can find Tarbell somewhere in the universe. And Vegeta is able to find him, teleport him here and back, and the ritual can go. As they decide on who to give it to, when Beerus speaks up, he asks why not give it to Gohan, and Gohan tells him with new power he gets a bit cocky and overconfident, so someone like Vegeta, who is just weaker than him, is the better choice, and Goku is actually outvoted to this. Now, Vegeta pushes Beerus, I think, farther than Goku would, since the whole thing with him being the pride of the Prince of All Saiyans, and I think it will be a good power trip for him. Now, when Beerus and Whis leaves, Beerus is talking to Whis and asks him if the Gohan is a Supreme Kai in training. Whis stops dead in space to check to see if such is true, and it turns out he actually is, because Shin kinda sucks it at his job. And this is actually a Dragon Ball Super reference as well. So I'm afraid this part's going to be a bit more fanficky due to the fact that there won't be any Goku Black arc in this bit of manga. Well, a manga in this story. As Whis returns to Earth, as Vegeta and Goku want to train with him, and Beerus has accepted this, Whis actually wants to talk to Gohan first. But Gohan is currently working, so Whis waits. And when Gohan arrives home, he finds Videl and Pan talking and eating with Whis. Gohan is surprised to see Whis here, and he tells them that they're going to go somewhere, to another universe, Universe 10, since there is another Supreme Kai in training there. Gohan agrees to this, and they both head off. Upon arrival, Roshim, Kusu, Gogosu and Zamasu are there, and Gohan greets them with respect. Upon hearing this, they're actually a bit surprised that he dresses like a barbarian, but speaks refined. Zamasu is a bit pissed to see a mortal with an angel that is not a god of destruction in training, but in fact a Supreme Kai in training. After the introductions are done, Gohan asks to speak to Zamasu since he's basically the same job as him, or what Gohan would be. As they are talking, Gohan is using his far sight technique that he often uses to monitor the Earth, which he learned from that of his former master, Kami. As he's complimenting Zamasu and the Gods of Destruction on their such a beautiful universe. They ask how we can see it, and he tells them about his former master, which was a technique he learned from them. Now, as Gohan is talking, Zamasu actually offers him to fight just to see what this mortal's actually made of. Now, Gohan, even in Ultimate, is nowhere near as strong as Zamasu. After Goku had been training for a while with Whis, he was only able to really beat him because of that, and he was in Super Saiyan 2 at the time. So the fights, so they both get into their fighting stance. Gohan breathes in, breathes back out, first entering Super Saiyan. Breathes in again, back out, Super Saiyan 2. breathes in, breathes out, and enters Ultimate. Goasu, quite surprised at this, to the fact that the mortal's transforming, and Whis fills him into the transformations that he is using, each one boosting his power, unlike the last. Now, the fight starts with Zamasu pretty much having an upper hand for the first few minutes of the fight, but Gohan is quickly catching up, because we know if Gohan can start to be able to beat Super Saiyan Blue Goku, I'm pretty sure he can catch up to Zamasu after a few minutes. And as they are fighting, Rumshi actually asks Whis how long Gohan has been fighting for, with Whis telling him he started when he was 4 years old, so 19 years now. He has protected his planet from 2 threats that could destroy most of the known universe. Watching his fight with Gohan and Gohan getting stronger, he starts to put Zamasu on the back foot, to the point where Zamasu creates out of a keyblade, 2 of them in fact, and slashes at Gohan's stomach. Gohan jumps, spins through them, and kicks Zamasu, sending him back roughly 15 feet. As both of them are tired from this, their match is stopped. Gohan, eating a senzu bean, since he always likes to carry a few on him, he tosses Zamasu to one, who eats it and feels restored and at full stamina, which he's quite surprised about. Afterwards, Roshim is shocked to see a mortal as strong as the Supreme Kai, a god. He asks Whis if he isn't a god destruction candidate instead of the Supreme Kai in training. And Whis thinks that might be a good idea, but he doesn't bring it up with Gohan. As Gohan bows, they head to go back to their own universe. But Gohan actually asks Whis to head to that of the world of Supreme Kais, so he can cancel his Supreme Kai in training status. He does, and upon arrival back on to Earth, Goku and Vegeta leave to head to Beerus' planet. We're going to jump back over to Universe 10, as Goasu is sat reflecting on his visitors today, with Zamasu making him a cup of tea, with this being the clearest he has ever made. After meeting Gohan, it kind of eases his mind slightly about mortals, maybe think not all mortals are brutes. Maybe some of them are, but not all. A while has passed since Goku and Vegeta left for Beerus' planet, and during this time, Gohan and Trunks have been training. And Trunks is falling behind as it feels like he has reached his limit. Gohan already has a plan for this, and using spirit control, he teaches him the basics, and also has an idea to head to that of the Elder Kai, who he asks to unlock Gohan's potential. He agrees, and Trunks now becomes Ultimate Trunks. During their training, after this, the two clash, with Trunks getting far stronger the more they fight, to the point where within a week he has catched up to Gohan. And during this time, Trunks and Gohan have visited Lord Beerus' planet, mainly just to see how far Goku and Vegeta have gotten in strength. With a few sparring matches here and there, Gohan decides to go a different route with Trunks. Instead, he heads back to Earth, and those two head inside of the time chamber. 1 year passes inside the time chamber. As they come out, Trunks is feeling a lot more confident. They've sparred a lot more, and at this point I'm going to say they're about the same strength as Goku and Vegeta were at the end of Resurrection of F. Now, we move forward a few weeks, and it is currently Saviour's Day as they are watching the tournament, as a green Bugman floats over the arena and lets off a massive explosion, destroying it, and shouts, "I am Perfect Cell." One of Dr. Jiro's, and before the moment androids leaves his mouth, Gohan powers up, hitting the bug creature, sending it flying. as Trunks, Piccolo, Tien, Krillin chase after Gohan as he is smacking this creature about the air. Eventually they land in a wasteland. As they are there, he hits them into this empty field. As Gohan lands, Cell flies back up and digs his tail into Gohan's arm. And even though it was only in there for a second, Trunks shoots off Cell's tail, and Cell jumps back. But Cell gets a massive power boost here. Gohan has to eat a senzu bean to heal his arm, getting a small Zenkai boost. As the gang look at Cell, it begins to speak. Gohan, you fought to protect this planet, but did you know the two androids survived, 17 and 18? 17 was probably paralyzed from the waist down, and 18 missing her arm. They fled back to Dr. Jiro's lab, repaired themselves to the best way they could, and found me, and had an idea for revenge. They gave me an infinite engine, and then I absorbed the two, becoming perfect. And now, Gohan, it is time to die. As Gohan charges Cell, but Gohan is a bit more prepared this time. He always keeps a slight eye out for the tail. As Cell is hit back, Trunks follows up and the two are in perfect unison. It is now 2-on-1, with Tien, Piccolo and Krillin making sure Cell doesn't attempt anything, since they are weaker than him. But Cell isn't getting weaker. In fact, with the Infinity Engine, he is getting stronger. To the point where Gohan and Trunks are kind of straining a bit. Gohan telepathically contacts Shin and tells them that we need Goku and Vegeta here now. Shin replies to them that he will get to them as soon as possible. Goku and Vegeta eventually get there after Gohan and Trunks have both entered Ultimate and pumping out all of their power, so they were able to teleport to them. Gohan tells Vegeta and Goku to swap with him, as those two are going to get healed. Goku and Vegeta start to tag team-ish Cell. They're not really fighting in unison, but with that, Cell is able to hold both of them off since they're constantly getting in each other's way. Beerus and Whis are watching this as well since they came along just for the fun. As Piccolo is healing Gohan, and Trunks is getting healed by that of Krillin. Gohan has a plan, but he tells Tien, Piccolo and Krillin that they need to hold off Cell with that of Goku and Vegeta. Piccolo asks if he's going to use the Mafuba, and Gohan shakes his head, telling him he has one better, fusion. Now, over the past few years, with Goku, with Tien being in that of the afterlife, they were able to pick up a few techniques, fusion being one of them. Now, Gohan thought this technique might be useful in the future, so he had Tien teach it to him. With that, Gohan and Trunks matching in power levels, they begin the dance, Fusion! As a massive new key appears. Gohanks, not Gotenks. Gohanks stands there, with a smirk on his face, as he rushes past Goku and Vegeta, elbowing Cell in the face, sending him into a mountain. As Cell gets up, he is kicked from behind, as Gotenks then grabs him by the tail, smashing him into the floor and throwing him back. Enough though that Cell is able to land back on his feet, but the moment before he can even get orientated, he feels a large pin in his foot as Gotenks stands on it. And after that, Cell is turned into that of a speed bag, constantly being hit, unable to move. As the likes of Beerus is watching this, he asks Goku and Vegeta why is he playing with the creature, with Vegeta replying that's the immaturity of Trunks and the cockiness of Gohan combined into one. Goku shouts to Gohanks, telling him to stop playing with Cell. Gohanks rolls his eyes at this, as he then punches him so hard in the stomach he throws up 17 and 18. As Cell is transformed back into his first form, his imperfect form, Gotenks grabs him by the tail, swings him around in the air and throws him up, as he then enters Ultimate and starts charging heat and releases a super heat dome, vaporizing Cell so that nothing remains. After this, releasing all that power, Gohanks defuses. Gohan looks towards Vegeta and tells him that if the androids ever showed up, he'd tell him that he could finish them off. Goku protests, telling him that that is wrong, that they are defenseless, they are no threat. Gohan looks at him with a look that could kill. No threat. They nearly wiped out all of Earth's population. They are a threat. Granted, like you would wanted. You trained yourself to death, ignoring me and Chi-Chi. Request to go and see somebody until the day you died. That was the day I lost my father. This person in front of him is just what remains. Goku looks a bit dishevelled by this as Gohan's anger starts to rage up more and more inside of him, as a dark presence, something that had happened to him long ago, starts to creep back in, and he starts hearing the chanting of Bobbity. Pala 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 is over and over and over again. As Gohan's bang drops, he smacks Goku, sending Goku flying back, and then continues in for the assault. Trunks asks what is Gohan doing, and Piccolo tells Gohan that this is probably something he needs to do, and Vegeta agrees. As Goku realizes that Gohan is going all out, he powers up into blue, and as the two start clashing, Goku is getting concerned about his son, as his ki starts to form around his hand, and he slashes towards Goku. Goku barely being able to dodge, as blood starts to trickle down his chest. As he looks down, he sees a cut down it. As Gohan's aura starts to turn dark, almost menacing, an M forms on his head, as his power spikes, as he stands going for the kill. He hits Goku, and Piccolo is the first one to pick up on this, and senses that this probably isn't Gohan anymore, this is something different, as Goku is pinned to the floor with a keyblade through his stomach, as Goku realizes that Gohan is about to kill him. Tien enters Kaioken times 200, and Kiko holds him, sending him flying. Then, appearing above him, he lets out another Kiko-ho, burying Gohan in the ground. As Goku is then healed by the likes of Krillin. Gohan's power starts to spike even more, but it's different. It's slightly godly. As Beerus points out, is that Destroyer Ki? As Gohan is floating up in the air, this purple aura around him. He takes a look to his left, seeing that the androids are still there. Puts out one hand as two purple orbs fire out of it, hitting them, destroying them within an instant. As that of Krillin then gets kicked, sent flying, Tien gets smacked down from the sky by two clones of Gohan, as another Gohan appears in front of Trunks, telling him, "Don't move," with a look that is terrifying. As Gohan looks down at Goku and begins to charge a blast in his hand, and no one moving, not knowing really what to do right now. Trunks is the one that moves. His power spikes, not realizing what's going to happen, realizing that he could kill him. As he destroys the first clone, charges up towards Gohan, hitting him several times in the stomach. As this dark orb pops out of his mouth, as Gohan passes out, and Trunks barely catches him. Beerus flies up to it and goes, the remnants of dark magic. Taps it, and it is destroyed. About an hour passes, and Gohan is being placed inside that of a healing chamber at Capsule Corp. Not wanting him to be instantly healed due to the fact that no one really knows what's going on. Gohan telepathically apologizes to everyone as he's regained consciousness. And he tells Goku he is sorry, but everything he said was true. That's what he really thinks about Goku right now. As he then asks Whis, alone, if he can train him and Trunks privately. And Whis agrees. And that's where I'm going to end this part off. Hope you enjoyed. And until the next video, look left, look right, and where's the music?
Where's the music?